Hey everyone. Welcome to part 11 of our Python tutorial series. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the for loop with user input. You'll learn how to print even numbers using a for loop, print odd numbers with the same approach, combine logic to print both even and odd numbers. This session is full of practical examples to enhance your Python loop skills. Let's dive in.
Yeah, you can do one more thing also. What was that means? You can take a input initially like num is equal to you can take an input, any input. Okay. Here hint of input, and in this you can take enter a number. Okay. After taking number, uh, give me a minute. 1 minute, 1 minute. I'll come in a minute. Hello. Everyone can hear me, right? Yeah. See here. Here, if you want, you can take directly here. You can take some number and you can do it also. Okay. Instead of taking this way, if you feel that you are not understanding what I'm doing here, just simply I'm doing this only. Okay. Even if this gives the same result. Okay. Instead of taking one more variable, I'm using this way. Coding part. Hint of okay. Hint of input of enter a number. Same thing. Got it right? Here, how to take it? And even tables, like you have printed the tables, right? Even you can do the tables here also. Okay, you can use some logic. Same number, you'll take this only. Uh, Same table. If you take the table, here same for loop for I in range, that I value you are taking from 1 to n, right here. I value 1 to 10 you are taking. Okay. Similarly, for I in range, okay, 1 to 11 you need to take. Why? Because I'll show you like why I'm telling that. Initially, let me print and show you. You get up to 10 only. And previously I didn't show you like print natural numbers. I'm showing it right here. Plus 1 I'm taking. Here also plus 1 I'm taking. Okay. If you give 1 to 11, it will give numbers up to 1 to 10. Remember this syntax. Okay. It will help you while you're doing coding part. Okay, number plus one you need to give. Ending part you need to give number plus one, like n plus one number. If you want to take up to 10, give 11. Okay, remember the syntax. Similarly here, what you need to print? You need to print num with a number. What you need to print? Into, right? Into. Okay. Uh, Here I you need to take equal to and n into I. This thing you need to take. Okay. If you take 10C, it's rising an error. Sorry, num, right? If you take 5, you'll get like this. You can take any number, not only this number. You can take some 300 number also. It gives you. Okay? Any number you can take. Similarly, whatever you can do with while loop, you can do with for loop. Everything is possible. Okay? And in for loop, syntax is little easier. There you need to follow this syntax, like you need to initialize a variable. Okay, you'll give a condition. If condition is true, then statement will execute. Then after that, you need to give some increment or decrement. Here condition will be little easier as compared to that condition. Okay, here condition will be little easier as compared to that condition. Okay, and today I want to give some coding part to you for everyone. I'll deal with 2 or 3 problems like some sort of questions, and I'll give some coding part. What if we use loop, while loop, any specific case? No, whatever, there is no specific case actually. Like mostly we have some applications like a list comprehension and lambda function. You'll get to know like for with a for loop what you can do. But here thing is like whatever you can do with while loop you can do with for loop. There is no specific use case that you need to use only for loop in this scenario like that. Okay. But it is easier to handle. Why? Because this for I in range you'll call it, right? This is a generator actually. This will call it as a generator. Okay, what you'll do with this generator will deal with while we are dealing with list, I'll show you what is a generator. Okay, if you take list of range of same 1 comma 11, okay, it prints the same 10 numbers. It's not required to use this for loop also to get this numbers. We'll deal with these things when we are dealing with list everything. I'll tell you everything in detail. Okay. And what are different inbuilt functions we have in Python? I'll explain you that part also. And what are the different things you have with list? Where you need to use list, where you need to use tuple, how to go with the sets concept. Okay, at what scenario you need to take sets. And this will help for final year students for sure. BTech students, this sort of logics. Okay. Some logical skill is also important. Being in data science, don't feel that if you learn that ML, AML is enough. That's not enough. You need to be a good coder also to write some algorithms, how to manipulate data frame and all. So that's the reason I'm trying to explain you how to build the logics. Okay, try to understand these things. And even number, like if you take even numbers up to given number. Okay, same. I'll use the same logic here, but some modifications I'll do. Okay, you can do the same thing. Num is equal to hint of enter a number. Okay, and in this, you need to check for even number, right? Even numbers, given number, up to given number. What is the condition for even numbers? Can anyone tell me what is the condition for even numbers? You can mention in the chat. Mostly, what will be the condition for even numbers? Anyone? Yeah, divide by 2. Only divide by 2. What you'll get if you divide by 2? Think. When you'll call a number as even number, at what condition? Only divide by 2, then it is even number. If you divide 4 by 2, you get, yeah, got it. N modulus 2, you need to take the remainder. Okay. Modulus thing you need to see here, not divide. Okay. If you divide 4 divided by 2, you get some number, random number. Okay. If you take integer like in hint data type, if you are taking now, if you divide 5 divided by 2, you get answer is equal to 2. There you won't get anything. So you need to take modulus. Your remainder should be equal to 0. Okay, n modulus 2 means remainder should be equal to 0. This thing you need to remember. Okay, I'm taking up to numbers, right? Num plus 1 I'm taking. Now here you need to write the condition. If I modulus 2 equal to 0. Why I'm taking I, as I shown you before, like as I shown you here, right? Why we are taking it, I value. I starting from 1 to 10. Here up to given number, we need to take the even numbers. That's the reason I'm taking I divided by 2 equal to 0. Okay. Then we'll print that I number. Otherwise, you're not printing it. Okay. If you're taking 10 now, these are even numbers, right? If you want, you can write a statement also. Even numbers are, you can write a statement too, like this. Okay, like 10. But here condition is like it is repeating so many times now. So you cannot take here. This statement will use, you cannot use this. Okay. Why? Because here you need to print it. Otherwise it will print multiple times. Don't print this sort of statements in loops. Okay. See for example now how we'll get it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Maybe if you want in single line, like in a single line, if you want, take and is equal to like space. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Even numbers. Got it, right? And similarly, I want for odd number. Odd numbers up to given number. At the time, how you'll take? Same logic. A small change is like not equal to. Okay? Everyone know this, right? A small change is not equal to. Here just change odd numbers. Okay? For example, same some 13 I'm taking. So you'll get all these odd numbers this way. Okay? Getting it right? Like what logic you need to use here. If anyone are feeling a little harder to understand this thing, you can tell me like you are feeling hard to understand these things. So I'll move slower. Okay? If anyone is feeling that it is difficult, I'll move slower. You can ping in the chat. Like otherwise, you can directly ping a message here itself. Okay? Got it right? And now I want even and odd numbers at the same time. How we can do? Do I need to take else statement? Will else statement works here? Can anyone tell me? Do I need to take else statement? Even and odd numbers. Can anyone tell me? Do I need to take else statement here to print odd numbers? Logic. Ping in the chat. To get even numbers and odd numbers here itself, do I need to take else here if I'm taking, right? Else means you may get this thing, right? I need to print this way. Do we get it if we do it? If we take else? Understanding, right? What is the logic I'm creating here, everyone? How this if statement is working and while statements are working and for statements are working, you're getting clarity, right? Okay. Here, tell me if we take else, do we get odd numbers if we take else? Like I modulus 2 is equal to 0. That means it is a odd number, right? We need to print here or we need to print in the separate statements. See, what happens if you print here itself? You get all the numbers actually. If you print that way, you get all the numbers this way. Okay. If you take here and equal to, you get all numbers here itself. You get all the numbers. Okay. Up to 10, you'll get all the numbers. You cannot give else statement here. For that, you need to give the separate statement. Okay. The statement that you are taking for odd numbers. Okay. Same statement you need to take again. You cannot take it. Okay. If you want to use, the only thing is like input. Okay, you're not taking multiple inputs. If you want odd and even, you need to take this way.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for part 12 and don't forget to subscribe to Sklassics Technology.